This is for those who want to win. This is for those, like I said, I don't tell nobody to play. I'm merely going to show you. I'm merely showing you and going to show you what I do. Whatever you do, you do. But I'm telling you, when you practice, then you're going to say what you're going to say. You know what? I don't know what you're going to say. I'm sorry. I do know what you're going to say. You're going to say what I know you're going to say. You understand? But, you know. All right. Didn't mean to get off track, but y'all know. Didn't mean to get off track. All right. Well, let's get back. Let's get back to the system. Yo, no. Let's get back to the system. Are you ready? All right. Let's say you're on the 10th extended hand, right? Okay, let's get back to the system. Okay. I'm going to try to go as fast as I can explaining these extended hands so that you can see how the extended hands are played. All right. So when you go to a casino and you sit down and pinch off $10 from your bankroll, you're going to start on the 10th extended hand, right? Let's say while you're on the 10th extended hand, you win 2 hands in a row. Chick-ching, that goes into the bank. Then you lose the 10th extended hand. You're going to reach on top of your bankroll, pinch off 10 and play the 9th extended hand. While you're on a 9th extended hand, you win 1 time, you stick that in the bank. You win 2 times, you stick it in the bank. When you win a 3rd time, you take that 3rd winning, you won't stick it in the bank, you take that 3rd winning to play the 10th extended hand again, and the $10 on the 9th extended hand goes back on top of your bankroll. Okay, so here you are on the 10th extended hand. Okay, while you're on the 10th extended hand, you lose. You reach on top of your bankroll, pinch your 10 and play the 9th extended hand. While you're on the 9th extended hand, you lose. Reach on top of your bankroll, pinch your 10 and play the 8th extended hand. While you're on the 8th extended hand, you win 1 time, stick it in your bank. You win a 2nd time, stick it in your bank. When you win a 3rd time, you won't stick it in the bank. You take a 3rd winning to replay the 9th extended hand again. And the $10 on the 8th extended hand goes back on top of your bankroll. While you're on the 9th extended hand, you lose. Reach on top of your bankroll, pinch off 10 and play the 8th extended hand. While you're on the 8th extended hand, you Blackjack. Blackjack on a $10 hand pays you $15. What do you do? $10 has allowed you to recapture the 9th extended hand. You still have $5 left over. You're going to take that $5 and place it down on the 10th extended hand, reach into your bank, snatch out 5, add it to this 5 to make it an even 10. So here you are on the 10th extended hand. And the $10 on the 9th extended hand goes back on top of your bankroll, and the $10 on the 8th extended hand goes back on top of your bankroll. So here you are on the 10th extended hand. While you're on the 10th extended hand, you win 1 time. Guess what? That $5 that you borrowed from your bank is going back into the bank, and plus the other 5 is going into your bank. But that other 5 is the 5 that was left over from that blackjack. That's going into your bank also. Ching-ching! You understand? So here you are on the 10th extended hand. And while you're on the 10th extended hand, you win 1 time. I mean, not 1 time. You win a 2nd time. That goes into your bank. Ching-ching. You win a 3rd time. That goes to the bank. Ching-ching. Understand? Your bank is growing and growing and growing and growing. Do you understand? So here you are on the 10th extended hand. And while you're on the 10th extended hand, you lose. Reach on top of your bankroll, pinch off 10 and play the 9th extended hand, and you lose. Reach on top of your bankroll, pinch off 10 and play the 8th extended hand, and you lose. Uh-oh, dealers get on a slight roll now. Reach on top of your bankroll, pinch off 10 to play the 7th extended hand. While you're on the 7th extended hand, you win 1 time, that goes into your bank. Chick-ching. You win a 2nd time, that goes into your bank. Chick-ching. Then it happens, you blackjack. Blackjack on a $10 hand pays you $15. What do you do? $10 has allowed you to recapture the 8th extended hand. You still have $5 left over. You're going to take that $5 and stick it on the 9th extended hand. Reach into your bank. Snatch out 5, add it to this 5 to make it an even 10. So here you are on the 9th extended hand. And the $10 on the 8th extended hand goes back on top of your bankroll. And the $10 on the 7th extended hand goes back on top of your bankroll. Back on top of your bankroll. So here you are on the 9th extended hand. While you're on the 9th extended hand, you win 1 time. Guess what? That $5 that you borrowed from your bank is going back into your bank. Plus that $5 left over from that blackjack is going back into your bank. Chick. Then you win a 2nd time while you're on the 9th extended hand. Chick-ching! Goes into the bank. Then you win a 3rd time while you're on the 9th extended hand. You take that 3rd winning to replay the 10th extended hand. And the $10 on the 9th extended hand goes back on top of your bankroll. So here you are on the 10th extended hand, ready to begin again like ESPN. But guess what? Your bank is growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. Here you are. This is where you first started when you sat down. But there's money in your bank. You understand? Think about it. Okay, here you are on the 10th extended hand and you lose. Reach the top of your bankroll, pinch off 10 to play the 9th extended hand and you lose. Reach the top of your bankroll, pinch off 10 to play the 8th extended hand and you lose. Reach the top of your bankroll, pinch off 10 to play the 7th extended hand and you lose. Dealer won 4 hands in a row. Reach the top of your bankroll, pinch off 10 to play the 6th extended hand. So here you are. While you're on the 6th extended hand, you win one time, you put that in your bank. You win a second time, you put that in your bank. You win a third time. Okay, you're doing good. You take a third winning. You won't stick it in the bank. You take a third winning to play on the 7th extended hand, and the $10 on the 6th extended hand goes back on top of your bankroll. So here you are on the 7th extended hand. While you're on the 7th extended hand, you blackjack. Blackjack on the $10 hand pays you $15. $10 has allowed you to recapture the 8th extended hand. You still have $5 left over. You're going to take that $5 and place it on the 9th extended hand. Then you're going to reach into your bank, snatch out a 5, add it to this 5 to make it an even 10. So here you are on the 9th extended hand. And the $10 on the 8th extended hand and the $10 on the 7th extended hand goes back on top of your bankroll. So here you are on the 9th extended hand. And while you're on the 9th extended hand, you blackjack again. We call that back-to-back blackjack. 2 blackjacks in a row. Back-to-back blackjack. You won $15. $10 that allow you to recapture the 10th extended hand. You still have $5 left over. You're going to stick that in your, where? Bank. Chick-ching. You got one of those 5s back. Okay? While you're on the 10th extended hand, you win one time. You got another 5 back that you borrowed, plus an additional 5. Chick-ching. So don't ever, 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 never, ever worry about borrowing from your bank. Borrowing those 5s from your bank, you always, 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 always get them back. You always get them back. And as you see, when you get into learning how to play the basic system, there are borrow hands, but you always get your borrow hands back. So don't worry about borrowing from the bank. You get it back. You get it back. Hey! You understand? You get it back. Like I said, don't forget about back-to-back blackjack. You borrow 5 when you got a blackjack. Then you borrowed another 5 from the bank when you got a blackjack. But the moment that you won one hand, you got back those 2 5s. Then you won a second hand, you got back those 2 5s from the blackjack that was left over. Cha-ching! You're getting everything back. Don't you worry about borrowing money. Don't ever worry about borrowing money from the bank. You get it back. But guess what? Money that you borrow from the bank, the whole entire bank is casino's money anyway. It's free money. But you're borrowing it and you get it back and you put more in there. You put more money in the bank. You understand now. But what I'm saying that, can you see the concept that as you leave the 10th extended hand and go to the 9th extended hand by reaching the top of your bankroll, pinching off 10, playing the 9th extended hand, when you win 2 hands, if you win 2 hands, they go in the bank. But the moment that you win a third hand, and that's how all these extended hands are played, when you win 2, go into your bank. But if or when you win 3, you'll take a third winning to play the hand in front of it. You understand? And the hand that you were on goes back on top of your bankroll, and here you are. That's how you play these extended hands. I'm trying to tell you that the moment that you lost and you land on the 5th extended hand, you win 2, go in the bank. You win a third hand, you take a third winning to play the 6th extended hand, and the $10 that's on the 5th hand goes back on top of your bankroll, so here you are. But when you blackjack, you go 2 hands forward, borrow 5. Remember that little phrase, 2 hands forward, borrow 5 from the bank. When you blackjack, 2 hands forward, borrow 5. And the moment that you win, you got that borrow 5 back, plus that 5 from that blackjack goes into the bank. Cha-ching. Eh? Think about what I'm saying. So that's how you play this extended hand. Well, that's how you play extended hand from 10 to the 3rd. But the second, that's why a different color right here. The second, or it's mainly the second extended hand, it's played a little different. The first extended hand is played the same way. You win 2, bank, win a third hand in a row, you play the second extended hand. But the second extended hand, because this is a very important hand, when you land on second extended hand, it's played a little different than all the rest of the extended hands. But from 10th through the third hand, you win 2. From the 10th extended hand to the third extended hand, when you win 2, goes in the bank. But when you win 3, you'll play the next hand in front of it, and the hand that you were on goes back on top of your bankroll. See what I'm saying? But it's a little different. I'll show you that the second extended hand is played a little different than all the rest of the extended hands for a reason. I'll show you. So now have you grasped the concept about extended hands? That while you're on the 10th extended hand, no matter how many hands you win, they all go straight into the bank. But when you lose the 10th extended hand and you land on 9th extended hand, while you're on 9th extended hand, you win 2 or you win 1 or 2, that goes in the bank. But the moment that you win a third time, you'll take that third win and you won't stick it in the bank, and you'll replay the hand that's in front of it, which is the 10th. That's how all these hands are played. That's how all these extended hands are played, is that when you say you're on the third extended hand, you land it on the third extended hand, because it means you lost the fourth extended hand. You land it on the third extended hand, you win one time, goes in the bank. When the second time, goes in the bank. When you win the third time, you take a third winning to replay the fourth extended hand, and the $10 on the third extended hand goes back on top of your bankroll. So here you are on the fourth extended hand. You understand now? That's how you play extended hands. It's very simple. Review this video again. It's very simple. You understand? But like I said, that's why the second extended hand is a different color, because it's played slightly a little different for a reason. Now, I'm going to let you focus and concentrate on these extended hands, how they're played now. And don't forget about blackjacks. Blackjack will throw you 2 hands forward, borrow 5. Say that to yourself while you're practicing. At blackjack, on these extended hands, 2 hands forward, you right here, 2 hands forward, borrow 5, making an even 10. And these go back on top of your bankroll. And then the moment that you win, you've gotten back that borrow 5 plus 5. You understand? See? But that's just one of the wonders that you're going to experience. But like I said, you're going to watch that the ability that the dealer needs to beat you 14 hands straight in order to wipe up your bankroll, and then within a blink of an eye, that 14 hands straight, he has to win hand after hand after hand after hand for 14 in a row. But you're going to watch that you're going to blink, and while he's trying to beat you those 14, it's going to turn into 18. I mean, he's still trying to beat you, but he has to beat you 18, not 14, 18, because it changed. And you're going to say, what? But don't ever forget, along the way, you're making money. Money's going in your bank. Ching. Your bank is growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. And later on in this video, I'm going to show you about the reward system. And you may say, what is that? The reward system. The reward system help you skyrocket. You could be down and playing on the basic hands now. Playing on the basic hands. And there's a reward system that'll keep throwing you this way. And then the second reward system will pop you here. You're down in here and then pop? What? And I will say, large blackjacks, as you get into the basic hands, a large blackjack will pop you back here. Put money in your bank. And here you are. You're down in here. Pop you down here instantly. What? You'll pop back down to the 10th extended hand, and you'll be ready to begin again like ESPN. And you're going to you got to be joking. I'm down in here playing and down in these hands, and then pop. But that's not the only thing. You could be down playing on these hands, you know, the dealer got to get you 14, got to beat you 13, got to beat you 16 hands in a row, which is impossible. And then all of a sudden, based on your bank, okay, now the dealer got to beat me maybe 13 hands in a row, and then pop, you back here instantly on here. Ready to begin again. This is where you want to be. You are 1,000 miles away from this hand right here.